It's time for another classic JP and the Beans top 5. Staying on the Penguin theme, today's top 5 are our top 5 most jarring deaths in the Penguin. 8 episodes, but a lot of bodies. The bodies were stacked.
Oh, so we are
in
going
this
jarring.
one. Tell you what, I'm using the word jarring. You can use whatever adjective you would like. So many of these deaths occurred, perhaps if you could say surprisingly, you would. Someone else might say, hey, I saw it coming. That's fine. But the manner in which it happened was still... So jarring is my word. What word would you use if not jarring?
I like jarring. So
Okay.
just let me just edit my list a little bit around, because
That's
I still have my top 5, but you know, it's going to be a little bit of a different order, if you will.
Yep.
Because there's just one for sure that needs to go up here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I am ready.
Great. I'm going to go first here. Number 5, Alberto Falcone. It was fantastic watching him get smoked, because after about 5 seconds of him talking, you're ready for him to be done. And I mean done permanently. But the fact that it happened so abruptly in the middle of a conversation between he and Oz, Alberto hasn't drawn a weapon, maybe isn't even armed. I don't know. And Oz just essentially goes, well, I'm tired of hearing this guy talk, and lights him up. That's my number 5, Alberto Falcone.
My number 5, this one wasn't as jarring. It made me laugh hysterically, though. I have Sal Maroni's death, because the fact that those two are brawling, brawling, and he just has a heart attack
just
halfway
croaks.
through,
just
and
croaks.
starts to die, and the way the Penguin just is like, I got you, and then just to make sure that people didn't question it, lights him up. Puts 18 bullets in his body,
many rounds.
just to prove a point, and then just kind of just leaves him in there.
Unbelievable.
Sal Maroni is my number 5.
Yep, very good. Very good. Your number 4, sir.
My number 4, more for impact than anything, I have Vic's death at number 4, because it's not as brutal as some of the other deaths I have on this list.
Okay.
And I did see it coming, but just the impact it has on the show as a whole, and he's my number 4.
Okay, that's great. My number 4, this one made me laugh, was Detective Wise. Okay, episode 8. So this is the this is the drop addicted detective.
I forgot
who's
about
just pure weasel. He has probably a combined 60 seconds of screen time in the entire series. Sophia Falcone enlists his aid early on to try and do her bidding, if you will. And in the, last 20, 30 minutes of episode 8, he's outside of where the Penguin has been tortured, and suddenly, unbeknownst to Detective Wise, makes his escape. And so he's putting the drop in, feeling the happy effects, and then boom, gets blown away from behind. Blood splatters all over the camera. Detective Wise owned by the Penguin so abruptly. It was... That one made me laugh. Oh my gosh.
It was brilliant.
It was absolutely incredible. My number 3, similar here, was Johnny Vitti. You knew Johnny was going down. It was time for him. It was time for him to go. But Sophia, instead of doing it behind closed doors or as the culmination of the torture chamber that she put him through, no. Lets the guy think he's actually going to make it. Lets him come back into high society, sit at the table with the rest of the crime family, and then just blows him away in front of everybody. And then proceeds to dump a whole bag of cash in the middle of his bleeding out body on the table. That was aggressive. So that was number 3. Again, you saw Johnny coming or going, really, but the manner in which it happened, jarring.
100%.
Number 3.
My number 3 is the Penguins brothers. How awful. Like, part of me, and here's where my brain was. Like, and I didn't really kick in until, like, his mom starts talking and you get to see that revelation.
Yep.
But I thought there was part of me where he's like, oh, he's going to start freaking out and panicking because he's like, oh, I thought my brothers would get out of that. That was part of me.
Knew exactly what he was doing.
It never happened. He just kept going on with his day. And then you never really get to see the aftermath until she's ready to go and get over it. And you find out later she's planning on killing him, which is
also
insane.
Mind-blowing.
Insane. I understand it. Insane. So to see that and just like find out later, oh, he had no remorse. He knew what he was doing completely and did not give a crap because he wanted his mom all to himself.
Yep.
That's crazy. That's my number 3. My number 2, right? My number 2.
You got it.
I have these are the most jarring ones to me. These top 2.
I love it. I'm excited.
Magpie is my second one.
Goodness gracious.
Because I did not. That's the one I didn't see coming. Because, like, I thought she was going to give up, and it kind of gives off that vibe of she's just
right. Sophia's just beaten down.
She's like
defeated.
I'm gonna die in here. So to see her be like that, and then all of a sudden just get fed up with the girl next to her, and just go bang, and then repeatedly,
then multiple bangs,
correct,
followed,
and then she's like, "Is this what you wanted?" Just insane. So that was don't get me wrong, Magpie was super annoying, but like
we weren't sorry to see her go. No. It was just again jarring.
It was crazy. So it was like the turning point for
Sophia in a big way.
Sophia, yes,
no
absolutely.
question.
So that was my number 2.
Yeah. My number 2 is the brothers. I can't do kids dying in movies or shows. I can't do it. And good Lord, when they flashed back, as soon as the start of the flashback to Oz and his brothers started, I went, oh crap. He's going to kill his brothers. They're going to show us how they died, and it's not going to be a happy accident. It's going to be Oz freaking killed them, and the premeditated nature of their murder, the jarring part. So in other words, the jarring part wasn't so much the fact that he killed them. It was the fact that, as you said, it didn't bother him. It was just you know what? Done with these guys. Dead. Not a, hey, Mom, I want to talk about my relationship with my brothers, or let's even like wrestle or go to fisticuffs. We jumped to murder.
Yeah.
Holy crap. And part of what was so disturbing is his brothers weren't turds.
No. They're good.
They were good dudes.
Yeah.
They were good dudes. But here's Oz the turd, and he just, that was tough.
I'm very glad they did it off screen.
Yep.
And kind of just showed with
Correct.
like context clues, like this is what happened.
Yep.
But
I was not okay in the last episode where his mom is starting to hallucinate and sees the two of them tough. Like just soaking in water. It's like,
And in her mind, she's like, I did it. I got him. I got him for you too. And it's just like, nope, no, you didn't.
You didn't though. But you didn't. Yep. That's my number 2. For me, my number 1 was Vic. And you're absolutely right. Could you see it coming? Yes. But it was just the last hope of any kind of redemptive quality being pulled out of this show for any of these characters. It's like, nope, Oz just going to frickin' kill Vic. You dog. It fit the character. It was the correct path in that regard, but it was just so horrible. Oz doesn't succeed at all.
No.
At all. He does not live, much less succeed, without Vic putting his own life on the line, sacrificing his own whatever innocence he had left, whatever goodness he was trying to hold on to. He's following Oz's lead, and then Oz says, "Thank you very much for your service. Bye-bye." That was tough. That's my number 1 is Vic.
Yeah, my number 1 is the Arkham Mite with the fork.
Oh. Yep.
Because they were
Yep.
trying to just set
Yep.
Sophia up on the outside to look like this killer.
Mm-hmm.
So this is before she kills Magpie.
Right.
And just not only to see that inmate kick her ass
Mm-hmm.
the first time around,
Mm-hmm.
just to watch her come out that second time around.
Yep.
And they were like trying to get her to kill her.
Yep.
And she wouldn't.
Yep.
And so she got a hold of a fork and just
Yep.
stabbed herself like 27 times.
Jeepers kittens.
That was crazy.
Yep.
That was
Yep.
that was almost too much.
Yeah. That was tough. That was quite tough.
What a way to go. What a terrible, terrible, terrible way to
Yeah.
go.
And just in case, by the way, in case you weren't sure if there were candidates to choose from, we did not mention the Maronis getting lit on fire.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Right? Nadia
Oh,
and Taj
that-
getting lit up.
That probably should be in the top 5.
That
for
was,
sure.
as far as like, okay, spectacular kills, that's on there. We did not mention all of the heads of the crime families
Yep.
getting offed by their subordinates.
Yeah. And for the power move.
Right.
Uh,
I mean, the opportunities. We didn't mention the entire Falcone family getting gassed to death
Yep.
by Sophie. I mean, there
Minus
were,
the daughter.
minus little Gia. There were legion worth of options here. It was, the body count is
It's nuts.
so high. Holy smokes. So there's a more grim flavored top 5 for you. So you're welcome. I'm Ron Burgundy.